Hey, welcome everybody to this new video. The conditions today are really lovely. It's warm, but at the same time still mild. And then it's not really about the temperature, but like just the atmosphere and the feeling I get in the forest is just warm, and just because of spring, everything is coming back to life and just has such a warming and loving atmosphere. It's really beautiful. Now let me walk you through the image that I've set up here. I'm photographing a couple of trees which are split apart into two groups. The first one is a single one on the right hand side, and it's very much sticking out for three reasons. First of all, it's a little bit closer to me, which in and of itself makes it more prominent in the frame. Then it has this interesting shape. It's almost like it's curving a little bit, while all of the other trees in the image are very much straight. And then it has a very beautiful green mossy texture, which again just makes it stick out from all of the other trees. The other trees in my frame are placed on the left hand side, and it's actually 4 of them, but you can only see 3 from the angle that I'm shooting. I've also decided to use a polarizer, which in this scene is not really necessary, just because there's not really any harsh light or anything around where this would make a difference. It's just this very ambient glowy light. But it helps take away a little bit of the glare on the ground and therefore make it less distracting. That's why I've chosen to include it. But apart from this very minor thing, it doesn't really change the image at all. I do quite like how the trees are interacting with each other and how this just brings balance and harmony to the image. It just works quite beautifully visually. The only thing that I don't like about this image is that there's a lot of bright sky in the background just shining through all of the branches. But there's no way to get rid of that. There's no detail in the sky whatsoever. I just think that the subject that I'm shooting in and of itself is strong enough to make this image work. Man, there's some strange things going on today. This is my local forest that I'm in today, and I've been here a bunch of times, even in the videos, and it's really just a forest with a lot of hiking ways. Now, there's a specific corner in this forest where there's usually a very strong spring bloom. So there's loads of flowers, loads of colors. It's really beautiful. So that's what I had in mind and wanted to photograph today. So as I'm driving on the road towards the parking lot here, I see a military vehicle driving towards that exact parking lot. And it wasn't a tank, but it was like strongly armored and it had guns on it. So I think it called it an MTV or ATV, I'm not really sure. But that was just very strange because I've never seen anything like that like in this area, especially because there's only forest here. There's nothing really going on, no military base or anything. So obviously I've decided to stay out of that area of the forest for good today. So I'm hoping we'll get some other beautiful spring images today. Let's keep on going. Okay, so I think I found a very interesting image composition, and I'm really curious to see how this is going to turn out. This group of trees in and of itself would work as an image, just because the trees are full of character. They look so gnarly, and all of the branches seem to be intertwined. Quite an interesting scene in and of itself. Now, what is just adding to my image is, first of all, the landscape. There's a little bit of curvature, which is kind of like leading towards my frame, which is quite beautiful. I literally just had to clear my shooting site because there was a truck driving by and I was kind of in the way. What I wanted to say is that you can see a lot of cloud formations and like texture in the sky, which is quite beautiful. There might even be some rain also because wind is picking up, so yeah, it might be. And it just gives such a beautiful color contrast because the field is quite green and then you have this bluish tone in the background. So the only thing that I'm missing is light, which every now and then there's a gap in the clouds and the light is coming through. But until now it has only hit the field right in front of me and not the trees. And that's exactly where I want the light to be. So I think I'm just gonna wait for a couple of minutes, fingers crossed, and hope that the light is gonna hit spot on, because that would be very, very beautiful. Okay, so just as I predicted, the first water is coming down, it is starting to rain, so I'm just gonna hurry up a little bit. Also, the light just got so much worse, it's so dull and flat, it's not really shootable anymore. But I do want to get a third image, and I just found something on the fly, which is very creative. I have no idea if this is gonna work, but yeah, I do want to try. So I don't really know how to explain this frame, but there are all of these things. They just look like a wheat corn, and they're probably coming off of these bushes over here, and now they're all just sitting in the water, and they're very colorful. It's almost like autumn colors, like some brown, yellow, some darker reddish tones, and that's what initially caught my attention. And now I wanted to just frame all of them up and just kind of like have a little bit of an abstract shot. And then I'm seeing this leaf right in the middle of all of them, and it just looks very abstract and interesting how this leaf is in the middle, all in the water, and then all of these colorful, well, no idea how to call it honestly, just flowing all around on this leaf. So I'm just zooming in very close, punching in on that. Then I'm using a polarizer to really bring out the colors, remove the water reflections, and then, oops, other direction, focus, and here we go. Yeah, so again, this was very on the fly. I have no idea if this is going to work out. I just wanted to get something, and this was the very first creative thing that came to my mind. And now, yeah, the rain is starting even more, so gonna head home. Okay, just very quickly, like, share, subscribe. That's always support for the channel. And write a comment what you think about the last image I just took. I'm really curious to hear your opinion. If you're interested, I have a landscape photography course where I teach you everything that you need to know about landscape photography, being out in the field, finding compositions, post-processing, settings of your camera, everything you need to know. It's the first link in the description, or maybe you like the look of my images. I have presets available specifically designed for moody woodland images. It's also in the description. You might want to give that a look. Apart from that, thank you for watching the video, and see you in the next one.